The auctioneer's gavel cracked like a starter's pistol. Lot 42, one mystery dinner date with an anonymous guest. Do I hear 5,000? Alex Harper's paddle shot up before his brain caught up. 10 grand. 20. The room spun in crystal chandeliers and black ties, but all he saw was the empty chair beside him at every board meeting, every lonely flight, every 9 p.m. email. Sold. To the gentleman in the charcoal suit for $100,000. 1,000 heads swiveled. Phones flashed. Alex felt the heat crawl up his neck. He never expected the mystery date to walk on stage right then, clutching a single red rose, eyes wide with the same shock he felt. Her name, the host whispered, was Mia Reyes. And in that frozen second, the billionaire CEO realized the real mystery wasn't who she was, it was why his chest suddenly forgot how to breathe. Hit that like button if you believe in love at first bid, and subscribe so you don't miss the moment everything changes. Alex Harper built empires before breakfast. At 34 he owned half the skyline visible from the rooftop ballroom of the Waldorf Astoria, yet he couldn't remember the last time someone asked how he was without wanting a favor. Charity auctions were his penance: write a check, shake hands, leave before dessert. Tonight he'd planned to donate the usual $250,000 and vanish. But the MC had teased the mystery date for weeks. Someone extraordinary, the invite promised. Someone who will change the winning bidder's life. Alex blamed the third whiskey. Or the silence of his penthouse. Or the way his mother's voice still echoed from childhood: money buys doors, Alex, but only love keeps them open. So he bid. And won. And now the woman with the rose was walking straight toward him, navy gown brushing the marble like a secret. Mia Reyes taught 3rd grade in the Bronx. She'd entered the date raffle on a dare from her students: Miss Reyes needs a boyfriend. Never dreaming her name would be drawn. The charity had sworn anonymity for both parties. She'd imagined a quiet dinner with a kind dentist, maybe a firefighter. Not the man on every Forbes cover, the one whose face launched hostile takeovers and heartbreak headlines. She stopped 2 feet away. Up close, Alex Harper looked less like a titan and more like a man who'd forgotten how to sleep. Faint shadows under storm-gray eyes, a jaw clenched so tight it could crack walnuts. "Hi," she said, offering the rose. "Looks like I'm your prize." Alex took the stem. A thorn pricked his thumb, a bead of blood aimed scarlet against his cuff. "I think I overpaid." Mia laughed, and the sound loosened something knotted inside him. "We can split the bill if it helps." The rules were simple: 1 dinner, no last names, no phones, no follow-up. The charity wanted magic, not lawsuits. A driver whisked them to a tiny Italian place in the West Village the organizers had booked under fake names. Red checkered tablecloths, candles in Chianti bottles, Sinatra on a scratchy speaker. Alex held her chair. "I've closed deals in 30 languages, but I have no idea what to say to a woman who costs 6 figures." "Start with hello," Mia suggested. "Then maybe why a guy who can buy islands bids on a blind date." He studied the menu like it was a balance sheet. "Because islands don't talk back." Mia ordered carbonara. Alex copied her. He hadn't chosen his own food in years. While they waited, she asked about his first job. "Paper route," he said. "Age 10. Saved every penny for a second-hand computer. Built my first app at 14. Show off," she teased. "I was 14 when I realized my dad wasn't coming back from the corner store. Built my first lesson plan instead." The carbonara arrived. Steam curled between them like a question. Alex twirled pasta. "You teach?" 3rd grade. 24 tiny humans who think I hung the moon." He smiled, small and crooked. "Must be nice, being someone's moon." Mia felt the air shift. This wasn't small talk, it was excavation. "Over tiramisu," she asked, "What scares you, Mr. Mystery Bitter?" He answered before caution kicked in. Ending up alone in a house too big to echo. Mia reached across, dusted cocoa from his lip with her thumb. "Then let's make some noise. If that moment gave you goosebumps, smash like and turn on notifications, the best part's coming." The charity's one-night rule shattered at 1 a.m. when Mia's heel snapped on the curb. Alex caught her elbow. Rain started, sudden and warm. Instead of the waiting town car, they ducked into a 24-hour diner glowing neon on Hudson Street. Vinyl booths, burnt coffee, a jukebox stuck on Springsteen. They slid opposite each other like teenagers. "Tell me something true," Alex said. Mia peeled the foil from a creamer. "I keep my dad's last postcard in my purse. He wrote it the day before he left. Says, 'Be braver than I was.' I read it when the kids drive me nuts." Alex pulled out his wallet, extracted a faded Polaroid, him at 16, arms around a golden retriever. "Buddy. Died when I was away at college. I still set an extra plate on his birthday." The waitress refilled their mugs without asking. Outside, thunder rolled. Inside, they traded childhood wounds like baseball cards. At 3 a.m. the diner lights flickered. Power outage. The jukebox died mid-dash, Born to Run. Mia's phone lit her face. Storms knocking out half the city. Subways are down. Alex didn't think. "My place has a generator. And a guest room." She studied him across the Formica. "One condition. We keep the lights off. I want to hear your voice, not your penthouse." He paid the check with cash from a roll thick as a fist. They walked 20 blocks in the rain, shoes squishing, laughter echoing off brownstones. His building's night doorman raised an eyebrow but said nothing. 53 floors up, the elevator hummed. Alex killed the lights the second the doors opened. City glow filtered through floor-to-ceiling windows. Manhattan glittered like spilled diamonds. Mia kicked off ruined heels. "Guest rooms that way?" Or, Alex said, voice rough, "we could sit on the floor and finish talking." They did. Back to back against the couch, knees drawn up, passing a bottle of water. She told him about the student who'd never had a birthday cake. He admitted he'd once fired a CFO for crying in a meeting. At dawn, pink light crept across the hardwood. Mia's head lolled onto his shoulder. Alex didn't move until his arm went numb. When she woke, he'd made coffee in a French press older than both of them, his mother's. Mia wrapped both hands around the mug. "Last night wasn't supposed to happen." "I know. So what now?" He wanted to say stay forever. Instead he said, "Breakfast?" She smiled like he'd offered the world. "Comment your favorite diner food, I'm reading every one. And subscribe, we're just getting started." Alex's assistant, Priya, nearly dropped her tablet when he walked into Monday's board meeting with a paper bag of bagels and a grin. "Everything bagel, extra schmear for everyone," he announced. The room stared. Alex Harper didn't do carbs. Priya cornered him in the hallway. "Sir, the Tokyo merger. Push it to noon. I have a parent-teacher conference." He wasn't joking. Mia's school was having literacy night. She'd texted from a burner phone the charity provided, "If you want to see where the magic happens." PS 224 looked like every public school budget cut in America, but the hallways exploded with color. Student murals, paper lanterns, a cardboard castle taller than Alex. Mia stood on a folding chair, stapling fairy lights. She wore jeans and a t-shirt that read "Read more books than yesterday." "You came," she said, hopping down. "Told my pilot to hold the jet." Parents milled around, sipping juice boxes. Alex felt overdressed in a $5,000 suit until a tiny girl with braids tugged his sleeve. "Are you Miss Reyes's prince?" Mia choked on air. Alex crouched. More like the frog who got lucky. The girl considered this, then handed him a construction paper crown. You need this. He wore it the entire night. But fairy tales snag on reality. Page 6 ran the headline Tuesday, Billionaire's Mystery Teacher, Gold Digger or Cinderella? Paparazzi camped outside Mia's apartment. Her principal called her in. Optics, Mia. The district's nervous. That night she showed up at Alex's penthouse unannounced, eyes red. They want me to take unpaid leave until the frenzy dies. Alex's temper flared white-hot. I'll buy the damn school. That's not how this works. She sank onto the couch. I knew who you were. I should have walked away. He knelt, took her hands. Then walked toward me instead. She cried then, the ugly kind that scares men off. Alex held her until the storm passed. Next morning he called a press conference on the steps of City Hall. No suit, jeans and the paper crown, now laminated. Flashes popped. I'm in love with Mia Reyes, he said into the microphones. She's the best person I know. If you want a story, write about the 24 kids who just got new books because their teacher won't let budget cuts steal their dreams. The real test came the night Harpertech's AI division launched a product that would displace 40,000 jobs. Protests swelled outside headquarters. Mia refused to attend the gala. I can't smile while families lose homes. Alex stood in the bedroom doorway, tux half-buttoned. I'm trying to fund retraining programs. Trying isn't enough. She zipped her overnight bag.